Section 51. E. Listen and check. 1.
Tigers don't normally attack people.
2.
I thought they'd finished their work.
3.
You mustn't think about my problems.
4.
The oryx don't need much water.
5.
The computers in the office aren't working.
6.
I'd like to take a trip to the rainforest.
7.
The football games weren't very exciting.
Section 52. A. Listen to a tourist asking for information about the Mangasha National Reserve in East Africa. Fill in the fact file by writing notes or putting ticks or crosses in the boxes. Mangasha National Reserve?
Hello. Can you give me some information about the reserve, please?
Certainly, madam. What would you like me to tell you?
Well, first of all, are there any hotels?
Certainly. We have hotels in every part of the reserve, 12 altogether. But many people prefer camping, so there are 26 campsites.
Can we get a guide to show us around?
Of course, madam. But they cost $85 per day, so it's cheaper to go on a minibus tour. That's only $60 per day, with lunch included.
That would be in a group, then?
Yes, madam, a group of 16 people.
But if we drive, will we find car parks?
Yes, quite a lot of them. And picnic areas.
Are we allowed to go hunting?
No, madam, absolutely not. Before 1986, there was a lot of hunting here, but since then this has been a reserve. You must not damage any of the wildlife.
What kind of animals are there? Do you have elephants?
Yes, and lions and zebras. And of course, here in Mangasha, we have something very special, some black rhino, which are endangered, as you probably know.
Do you have tigers?
I'm afraid the tiger is an Indian animal, madam. This is Africa.
Oh, yes, of course. What about birds?
The reserve is very rich in bird life. We have counted 204 species.
When is the best time to come?
Well, most visitors prefer the dry season. That's from January to March. We don't get so many people between April and June. That's when it rains a lot.
How big is the reserve?
Well, it's not one of the biggest. It's just over 700 square kilometres. 729 to be precise.
Are there any doctors if we have an accident or something?
Actually, there's a small hospital right here next to my office.
Oh, that's good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Section 53. B. Listen and practice the pronunciation.
Thin, earth, method, then, mother, with, rubbish, shop, population, Egypt, fridge, cage, which, teacher, cheese.
Section 54. C. Listen and practice the pronunciation. 1.
Fish.
2.
Energy.
3.
Rich.
4.
Father.
5.
Bath.
6.
Tragedy.
7.
Choose.
8.
Another.
Section 55. D. Listen. When you hear the number, read out the word. Then listen and repeat. 1. That. 2. Think. 3. Brother. 4. Ship. 5. Switch. 6. June. 7. Spanish. 8. Chocolate. Section 56. B. Listen to the advertisement and complete the leaflet.
Welcome to the Red Sea Magic Information Line. If you take a trip in one of our glass-bottom boats, you can experience all the magic of the Red Sea without getting wet. You can see more than 1,000 species of fish while relaxing in one of our luxury boats. You'll also see nesting seabirds on Abu Minka Island. We offer trips in our glass-bottom boats all through the summer season. That means every day from the 1st of April until the 31st of October. There are 4 trips a day. Morning trips leave at 8 and 10 a.m. and afternoon trips leave at 4 and 6 p.m. All trips last 3 hours. Prices are $20 for adults and $15 for children under 12. Trips leave from the Sheraton Hotel. To book your place on a Red Sea Magic trip, please call 020-742-064. That's 0207-42-064. Or come into the office at 21 Al-Falaki Street. If you need more information, please visit our website on www.redseamagic.eg.
Section 57. Listen and check your answers.
Come on, Helen. I know you're joking. Don't waste time.
I'm not wasting time. I've hurt my knee. It hurts so much that I can't stand up.
Shall I help you walk to that seat?
Yes, please, Zaina.
If you put your arm around my shoulder, you'll be able to walk.
Ow! It feels really terrible if I move it.
You look very white. Would you like me to get you a glass of water?
No, I'd prefer you to stay here with me. I think I've broken my leg, Zena. If it is broken, I won't be able to play in the tennis competition on Saturday.
Section 58. Listen and match the phone calls to the pictures. 1.
Hello?
Hello, Raid?
Hi, Youssef. How are you doing?
I'm okay, thanks. Raid, could you do something for me?
It depends. What do you want me to do?
I was wondering if you could pick my photos up from the photo shop.
Do you mean the one in the centre mall?
Yes.
OK. When will they be ready?
Well, I took them in yesterday and they said they'd be ready today.
Have you got the ticket for them?
Yes, it's on the desk in my room. It's a long white slip of paper.
How much is it going to be?
It's £5, but I've already paid.
Fine. I'll collect them for you this afternoon. 2.
Welcome to the UGC Cinema Information Line. If you want to book a ticket, press 1 on your phone now. If you want to hear information on films showing today, please hold on. Here are details of today's screenings. Screen 1, Alone in the Desert, Certificate 15, showing at 6:30 and 8:45. Screen 2, Going Home, Certificate 12, showing at 1:30 and 3:30. Screen Screen 3. Dancing on Glass. Certificate 18. Showing at 7:15 and 9:30. Tickets for all shows are £6.50 for adults and £5 for children and students. Students must show a valid student card.
3. 165789732.
Hello, is that Mike Holland?
Yes, it is. Who's speaking, please?
My name's Rashid. I saw the advert in Music Monthly for an electric guitar. It's a blue Fender, isn't it?
That's right.
And it's still for sale, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Would you like to come and see it?
Well, how old is it? And how much are you asking for it?
It's only 10 months old. I want £300.
Well then, I'm definitely interested. Will it be okay if I come round this afternoon?
Yes, that'll be fine. Would 4:30 be okay for you?
Yes, 4:30 would be perfect.
And your name's Rashid, is that right?
That's right, Rashid Al-Dosari. That's Dosari with a double S, and I at the end.
OK, so my address is... Section 59. Listen to phone call 1 again and answer the questions.
Hello?
Hello, Raid?
Hi, Youssef. How are you doing?
I'm okay, thanks. Raid, could you do something for me?
It depends. What do you want me to do?
I was wondering if you could pick my photos up from the photo shop.
Do you mean the one in the centre mall?
Yes.
OK. When will they be ready?
Well, I took them in yesterday and they said they'd be ready today.
Have you got the ticket for them?
Yes, it's on the desk in my room. It's a long white slip of paper.
How much is it going to be?
It's £5, but I've already paid.
Fine. I'll collect them for you this afternoon.
Section 60. Listen to phone call 2 again and complete the table.
Welcome to the UGC Cinema Information Line. If you want to book a ticket, press 1 on your phone now. If you want to hear information on films showing today, please hold on. Here are details of today's screenings. Screen 1. Alone in the Desert, Certificate 15, showing at 6:30 and 8:45. Screen 2. Going Home, Certificate 12, showing at 1:30 and 3:30. Screen 3. Dancing on Glass, Certificate 18, showing at 7:15 and 9:30. Tickets for all shows are £6.50 for adults and £5 for children and students. Students must show a valid student card.
Section 61. Listen to phone call 3 again and answer the questions. 165789732.
Hello, is that Mike Holland?
Yes, it is. Who's speaking, please?
My name's Rashid. I saw the advert in Music Monthly for an electric guitar. It's a blue Fender, isn't it?
That's right.
And it's still for sale, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Would you like to come and see it?
Well, how old is it? And how much are you asking for it?
It's only 10 months old. I want £300.
Well then, I'm definitely interested. Will it be okay if I come round this afternoon?
Yes, that'll be fine. Would 4:30 be okay for you?
Yes, 4:30 would be perfect.
And your name's Rashid, is that right?
That's right, Rashid Al-Dosari. That's Dosari with a double S, and I at the end.
OK, so my address is... Section 61. Listen to phone call 3 again and answer the questions. 165789732.
Hello, is that Mike Holland?
Yes, it is. Who's speaking, please?
My name's Rashid. I saw the advert in Music Monthly for an electric guitar. It's a blue Fender, isn't it?
That's right.
And it's still for sale, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Would you like to come and see it?
Well, how old is it? And how much are you asking for it?
It's only 10 months old. I want £300.
Well then, I'm definitely interested. Will it be okay if I come round this afternoon?
Yes, that'll be fine. Would 4:30 be okay for you?
Yes, 4:30 would be perfect.
And your name's Rashid, is that right?
That's right, Rashid al-Dosari. That's Dosari with a double S, and I at the end.
OK, so my address is... Section 62. Listen and read.
You look angry.
I am angry.
Really? Why is that?
Some careless person has just crashed into my car.
That's so annoying.
Section 63. A. Listen to a radio advertisement and complete the leaflet.
Do you hate pollution? Are you angry about the rubbish on your riverbanks? Now you have the chance to do something about it. Saturday, May 13th is River Action Day. Go to the riverbank at 10 o'clock in the morning. Take your friends and family with you. Together, we'll collect drink cans, glass, plastic bottles and bags. We'll do something about our environment and have fun at the same time. After the work, we'll play volleyball, tennis and other games and have swimming and running races. At the end of the day, there'll be a free barbecue and picnic for all the helpers. See you there. Together, we can clean up our country's rivers.
Section 64. B. Listen and write short answers to the questions. 1.
I've collected 116 plastic bottles so far.
Fantastic!
2.
How long have you been here?
I've been here for an hour and a half. 3.
What time did you get here?
11 o'clock. I was an hour late. 4. I've seen 5 people from my class so far.
Really? I saw Tariq 15 minutes ago.
5.
Are you going to stay for the picnic and barbecue?
Yes, I'm helping with the cooking. How about you? Are you staying?
Yes, it's going to be fun.
Section 65. Listen to some young people talking to Rob Marsden from local radio. What do they think of fast food?
Hello and welcome to Speak Out. I'm Rob Marsden, and our subject this week is fast food. We all know teenagers eat a lot of fast food. Sometimes it's burgers, sometimes it's pizzas, and sometimes it's fish and chips. Other favourites are kebabs, Mexican tacos, and fried chicken. But do all teenagers like fast food? Let's find out what 5 teenagers, Latifa, Adam, Hannah, Nassim and Ross, think. Latifa, what do you think of fast food?
You don't have to pay very much for it. That's the best thing about it.
Adam?
It's always the same. You never get anything different. For example, if you get a burger in one town, it tastes exactly the same as a burger in another town.
Hannah?
It's great if you're in a hurry because you never have to wait very long for it. You go in, order it, and 5 minutes later you're eating it.
Nassim?
I love it. I eat it 2 or 3 times a week. My favourites are fish and chips and kebabs. My mother says I should eat lunch at home, but I prefer to go to a fast food restaurant.
Ross?
I think fast food is very bad for you. Doctors say most fast food contains too much oil and fat. If you only eat fast food, you aren't eating enough vegetables. Section 66. Listen and repeat.
I really like chicken, especially stewed chicken with lemon and carrots.
That sounds delicious.
Do you like fish? I love it when it's really fresh.
I don't like fish because of all the little bones.
I prefer meat to fish.
Have you ever tried Indian food? It's really hot and spicy. Section 67. Listen and check your answers.
You don't have much energy at the moment, do you, Rashid?
You're right, Layla. I never feel very energetic.
I think perhaps you're eating the wrong kind of food.
Really?
Yes, your coach and I have decided to give you a special diet. I've written a list of food that you can and can't eat. Have a look at it.
This is ridiculous, Layla. I can't eat burgers. I mustn't eat chips. I must avoid fried food.
But there are a lot of things you can eat. You can have grilled chicken, for example, with boiled potatoes and green vegetables.
Can I drink lemonade?
No, you can't. You must drink lots of water. In fact, you should drink 8 glasses of water a day. And another thing, Rashid, you shouldn't go to bed late.
How many hours sleep should I get?
At least 8 hours a night.
Section 68. Mariam and her brother Khalid are cooking. Listen and read. Then practice the dialogue.
Oh no! I've put too much salt in the stew. What shall I do?
You'd better add a tin of tomatoes. That'll make it less salty.
And perhaps I'd better add some potatoes too.
Good idea.
Shall I add some yoghurt as well?
You'd better not. It'll make the stew go very white. Section 69. Listen and repeat.
This soup is a bit tasteless.
You'd better add some parsley and lemon juice.
That's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? This soup is a bit tasteless.
You'd better add some parsley and lemon juice.
OK, and perhaps I'd better add some garlic too.
Section 70. B. Listen. Answer the questions and complete the advice. 1.
Ow! Look, Khalid, I've cut my finger. I was grating cheese for the spaghetti and I've cut my finger on the cheese grater.
Is it bad?
No, it's not serious, but it's bleeding a little.
You'd better wash it and put a plaster on it. 2.
Are you okay, Peter?
Yes, I think so.
What do you mean you think so? Why are you crying? What's the matter?
It's because I'm chopping this onion. The smell of it makes me cry. I really hate chopping onions.
You better not chop them. I'll do it for you.
3.
Shall we have lamb kebabs for supper?
Good idea. We can grill them on the barbecue outside.
OK. I'd better look for some wood and charcoal.
It's okay. There's plenty of wood and charcoal out here. But I can't find any matches to light the fire.
We haven't got any. You'd better use this lighter.
4.
Can you do the washing up, please, Majida?
OK,
There's an awful lot to do, I'm afraid.
never mind. Where's the washing up liquid?
Next to the sink. And Majida,
Yes.
you'd better wear gloves. The washing up liquid is quite strong. It could give you skin problems.
Where are the gloves, Mum?
In the cupboard, under the sink.
5.
What's that book?
It's a recipe book. I want to make a chocolate cake and this book has some very good recipes. First I have to mix the butter and sugar and flour. I'll use a fork for that.
Here, you better use the electric mixer. It's quicker and easier.
Good idea. It's much better than a fork.
6.
Have you boiled the water, Nadia?
Yes, Mum, and I've made the tea.
Lovely. Pour me a cup of tea, please.
Ow!
What's the matter?
I've burnt my finger on the teapot.
You'd better put it in cold water for a few minutes.
I'll bring you your tea first.
You'd better not. You might burn your finger again.
Section 71. Listen and read.
I get spots quite often. What do you think I should do?
If I were you, I'd wash my face 3 times a day.
OK, I'll try that.
And you should stop eating sugar and sweets.
I'm not sure about that. I tried it, but it didn't work.
Section 72. Listen and check your answers.
Why don't you come with us, Halima?
I can't go with you. I really wish I could. I have to do my maths homework. If only I didn't have to do it. I wish I knew the answer to this maths problem. I wish I didn't have to study maths at school. If only I was good with numbers.
Section 73. A. Listen and match 2 wishes to each picture. 1.
I wish I didn't live in this noisy building.
2.
I wish I could leave work early today.
3. I wish I had a torch. 4.
I wish I had an umbrella.
5.
If only the room wasn't so hot.
6. I wish I knew how to fix this car. 7.
If only you could come here next month.
8. I wish somebody would come and help me. 9.
I wish the bus would come.
10.
If only I could get to sleep.
11. If only the moon would come out. 12.
I wish you would phone more often.
Section 74. A. Listen and make notes of the reasons the girls lost the basketball match. There are 5 more reasons.
How was the basketball match, Farida?
Terrible, Carol. We lost.
You lost against Kent College.
Yes, and I think I know why.
So, why did you lose?
I think the main reason is that we changed our captain just 2 days before the match.
Really? And what else?
Well, in my opinion, the second reason is this. We didn't train hard enough in the week before the game.
Yes. Training right up to a match is terribly important.
And on top of that, we had a big party the night before the game.
A party the night before? Why?
I don't know. It was a very bad idea in my view. We had a big party and went to bed late the night before the match.
Crazy. And I heard that Jenny had a problem with her knee as well. Is that true?
Yeah, that's right, Carol. Jenny hurt her knee so she couldn't play. And Jenny is usually one of our best players, you know.
How did Layla play?
Well, I'm afraid she didn't pass the ball.
She didn't pass the ball?
No, she didn't.
That's ridiculous.
I agree, but that's not the only thing. Helen fell over during the game.
She fell over? I don't believe it.
Yes, she did. Helen fell over during the game.
Well, I can see why you didn't win. You really did have a lot of problems.
Yes, we did, Carol. If only we hadn't changed captains. And if only we had trained.
If. I tell you what, Farida, just forget about the match. I'm sure you'll do better next time.
Section 75. B. Listen to a talk about regrets. Write the correct percentages next to the headings.
A recent survey of 100 people's greatest regret has revealed some interesting statistics. The survey was of British men and women aged 50. They were only allowed to name one regret. 30% had regrets about their family life. 15% had regrets about their careers or working life. And 10% had regrets about their health. The good news, however, is that 45% of those interviewed had no regrets at all.
Section 76. D. Listen to the rest of the talk and write the percentages next to the regrets.
In a second survey, men and women aged 65 to 70 were asked 10 questions. There was no limit on the number of regrets. 10% wished they had married someone else. 3% wished they had had more children. 5% wished they hadn't married so young. 15% wished they had had a different career. 40% wished they had kept in contact with old friends. 30% had regrets that they had never learned to play a musical instrument. 35% wished they had worked harder at school or college.
Section 77. A. Listen to 6 different TV programs and write the correct program type. 1.
It will be cloudy over much of England and Wales in the morning. If you want sun, Scotland will be the best place to look for it. In the afternoon, that cloud will clear away and it should be warm and sunny over the whole country, with temperatures around 18 or 19 degrees. The southwest will be a little cooler than the average, though.
2.
Rose Johnson, welcome to London.
Thank you, Alan.
You've just finished a film with Tom Marconi.
Yeah.
What's it like working with him?
Oh, he's just fantastic. I learnt so much from working with him.
Is it true that you're coming to live in England?
3. Oh no! Hey, what are you doing?
I haven't really got time to tell you, I'm afraid.
Hey, come back here!
Oh, yeah? Maybe later.
That's my fish!
Correction, that was your fish.
4.
We'll speak to a meeting of European finance ministers later today. Many questions are being asked about this morning's train crash in Scotland. Fiona Bright is in Glasgow. Fiona, can you tell us any more about the cause of this accident?
I'm afraid not, Jeremy. The police are working hard, but they have nothing to tell us at the moment.
Do we know how many people are injured?
Yes, Jeremy. Ambulances have taken 41 people to hospital, and thankfully no one has been killed.
Have you spoken to anyone who saw the accident?
5.
I'm staying at the Hotel Splendid on the island of Phuket in Thailand. To get here, I flew to Bangkok and then took a short flight to Phuket. That cost £579 with British Airways. That's quite expensive, but the hotel, the food and everything else here is incredibly cheap. And it's incredibly nice. The water is warm and clean and full of beautiful...
6. We are looking today at the different ways in which spiders build their webs. There are thousands of species of spider around the world, and they construct their webs in many different ways. In fact, we ought to start by pointing out that some spider species do not build webs at all. On the island of St. Kitts in the Caribbean, there is an interesting... Section 78. A. Listen and complete this text about the same event as the one in your student's book.
The fire started on the ground floor of number 218 Queen Street at 10:10 a.m. and it got up to the 4th floor in minutes. As soon as the police and fire brigade got here, they got everyone out of number 218 and the buildings on either side very quickly. A few minutes later, there was a loud bang. The police told the crowd in the street to get away from the building. They put police cars at the end of Queen Street and they stopped people from going into the street. By 11 o'clock, the fire seemed to be out, but the inside of the building had been completely destroyed. Ambulances took 5 people to hospital, but they were okay.
Section 79. B. Listen to some of William's first interview with Alan Jones. Complete the reported sentences. 1.
I still live at home with my parents.
2.
I lived in China until I was 15.
3.
I've always liked writing stories. I'm no good at anything else.
4.
I'm going to relax in Spain for a month.
5.
After that, I'll get on with my next novel.
6.
It'll probably be set in China.
7.
I can't spell, so I have to use spell check a lot.
8.
I write in English, but I think in Mandarin.
Section 80. Listen to a trailer for The Spanish Captain and make notes.
Joe McGregor is brilliant as Captain Diego Santos. Emma Knightley is unforgettable as his lovely young bride in The Spanish Captain. He is Spanish, she is English. But the year is 1588 and the two countries are at war. This is the beautiful story. Captain Santos has an impossible choice to make. The King of Spain tells him to go to war. His heart tells him to stay at home. You will laugh. You will cry. You will be amazed by the fantastic special effects. You will love the wonderful music written for this film by David Williams. You will never forget The Spanish Captain.
Section 81. A. Listen to the trailer again. Write notes.
Joe McGregor is brilliant as Captain Diego Santos. Emma Knightley is unforgettable as his lovely young bride in The Spanish Captain. He is Spanish, she is English. But the year is 1588 and the two countries are at war. This is the beautiful story. Captain Santos has an impossible choice to make. The King of Spain tells him to go to war. His heart tells him to stay at home. You will laugh. You will cry. You will be amazed by the fantastic special effects. You will love the wonderful music written for this film by David Williams. You will never forget The Spanish Captain.
Section 82. B. Listen and make notes of the questions Aunt Salwa asked Jamil. 1.
How tall are you?
2.
Which year are you in at school?
3.
What are you studying?
4.
Do you still play tennis?
5.
Did you receive a birthday present from me?
6.
Have you learnt to drive yet?
Section 83. D. Listen to Farida doing some interviews. Does she interrupt politely or not? Tick the correct box. Interview 1. At the end of my last film. Then I moved to London and I did some work on television. That was interesting, but not the same as making films. In London I met Angela and we worked together.
Oh yes, I'm sorry, but is that Angela Dixon, your wife?
Yes, that's right. She was in the same TV film as me. It was called The End of the Holiday, and we thought it was... Interview 2.
Lots of small buildings. You know, it was difficult as a woman to get good work as an architect. Then, in 1992, I did a job in Salzburg on a big office.
I'm sorry, is that Salzburg in Austria?
Yes, in Austria. It's a really beautiful little town with a fantastic historic...
Interview 3.
One of my best matches. I beat Roger Federman in 3 sets. Then in 2002, I had my injury and I had to take a year...
What injury?
Sorry?
I said what injury?
Oh, well, you know, I broke my ankle in the Australian Open and it took a long time to...
Section 84. F. Listen to these 2 questions. What do you notice about the intonation? 1.
Are you leaving today?
2.
When are you leaving?
Now listen and repeat. 3.
Is that your brother?
4.
Who's that?
5.
Do you go swimming at the weekend?
6.
When do you go swimming?
7.
Did Fuad go to Egypt last week?
8.
Where did his brother go?
9.
Are you cooking chicken for lunch?
10.
What are you making for lunch?
Section 85. Listen to the museum guide. Tick the things she asked or told Walid and his friends to do.
Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to the Egyptian Museum. My name is Mrs. Al-Hamza, and I'm your guide today. First of all, I must give you a few rules. These are important, so please listen carefully. This is a very big museum, and it's easy to get lost in it. So don't walk away from the group. Stay together at all times. You're allowed to talk in the museum, but not loudly, please. Last year, one school group started to sing songs. Please don't do that. You have 3 worksheets. You must fill those in as we go round, not at the end of the tour. Eating and drinking is not allowed in the museum. You can take photos, but not with flash. I have your tickets, so you don't need to stop at the ticket office. Any questions? No? Good. Follow me, and I hope you enjoy the museum.
Section 86. A. These statements about a tennis player are wrong. Listen to a radio interview with her. Cross out the wrong word or words and note the correction as in the example. After you have listened to the interview, write correct statements.
My name's Brian Robertson. Today I'm speaking to the tennis player Melissa Duncan. Hello, Melissa.
Hi.
How old are you, Melissa?
I'm 19. Well, almost 20 actually.
Are you at university?
No, I started at Manchester University last year, but I couldn't study and do my tennis. I didn't have the time for both.
So now you're a professional tennis player.
That's right. I've been professional for 14 months.
Is your career going well?
Yes, quite well. I've won 2 tournaments.
In England?
1 in England and 1 in Australia.
Well done.
So now I'm number 32 in England and number 413 in the world.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Does your family play tennis?
Well, my parents play a bit, but they're not very good. Sorry, Mum. Sorry, Dad.
So, how did you learn to play?
I had a fantastic sports teacher at school, Mrs. Murphy. She saw that I was good and advised me to get a tennis coach.
How old were you at that time?
I was 13.
What did your parents say about it?
They were great. They paid for a tennis coach for 3 years.
And what did you do after that?
Then I got money from the government for coaching. 20 young tennis players each year get this money.
Well, all the best this year, Melissa, and thank you for talking to us.
You're welcome.
Section 87. Listen and check your answers.
Highlights of your 3-day holiday in Lapland.
Day 1.
When you arrive, you will be served cold drinks in glasses made of ice. You will be shown to your rooms and given reindeer skins and a warm sleeping bag.
Day 2.
You will be taken on a reindeer sled through the cold desert of Lapland. You will be shown how to catch a reindeer with a rope. Dinner will be served to you in a traditional Lapland home.
Day 3.
You will be driven on a dog sled to the mountains. You will be taught how to drive sled dogs yourselves. You will be served dinner at the Ice Hotel in the coolest restaurant in the world.
Section 88. F. Listen and choose the correct words to end each sentence. Write the numbers 1 to 8 in the boxes. 1.
Is that restaurant quite cheap?
Yes, you don't have to be rich to eat there. It's really...
2.
He never takes exercise or does sport, and he smokes a lot. He must be very...
3.
I couldn't read that sports article. It was very long and boring.
I agree. I also thought it was...
4. In my opinion, your calculations are wrong, and your answer is... 5.
You don't need to dress up tomorrow. Our parties are always very...
6.
Rashid left home at 18 and started his own business. He lives in his own apartment and he doesn't expect his parents to help him. He's very...
7. I don't like Adam because he's very rude.
I agree. He's very...
8.
Taufik is very good at studying, but he isn't good at doing simple things. For example, he can't even fry an egg or make tea. And he doesn't know how to change the batteries in his camera. He really is...
Section 89. Listen and check your answers.
Dahab Jewelers. Necklaces, bracelets, rings, earrings. Every girl in Baghdad has their ears pierced here. It's quick, clean and painless. Special low prices for children.
Are you getting married soon? Where are you going to have your hair done? I can make your life easier. Call me and you can have your hair cut, washed and styled in your own home. I am a professional hairdresser and I specialise in hairdressing for weddings. Jamila, 55519362.
The Snap Shop. Do you need to have your passport photo taken? Then you need the Snap Shop. Your photos will be ready in 1 hour. Last year, over 1 million people had passport photos taken at the Snap Shop.
Al-Hazem Opticians. Do you wear glasses or contact lenses? When did you last have your eyes tested? Did you know you should have them tested at least once a year? Phone us now for an appointment. Section 90. A. Listen and check your answers.
Your hair looks amazing. Where did you have it done?
I had it cut and washed by Jamila.
Jamila, who's she?
She's a brilliant hairdresser who comes to your home to do your hair.
Fantastic. Can I have her number?
Sure, it's 55519362.
Section 91. Listen and read the first 2 paragraphs on page 72. Is that your final answer? Chris Tarrant asks in English. Jawa Nihai? Asks George Kurdahi in Arabic. Yes, my final answer, the contestant says weakly, and waits to be told the result. There's a pause, then the music starts. The suspense is unbearable. A few seconds later, the contestant and the audience know if money has been won or lost. Do you recognise the TV programme that is being described? It is called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And it is the world's most popular game show. It was invented in Britain in 1998 and was taken to the United States a year later. In 1999, it was being shown 6 nights a week on the American channel ABC, and now it has been exported to 70 other countries, including Pakistan, Indonesia, and Turkey. Section 92. B. Listen and correct the mistakes on Giorgio Palermo's model agency form.
Hello and welcome to the fashion show. Today we hear from a teenager who is still at school, but who finds time during the holidays to work as a model.
Hi, my name is Giorgio Palermo. I'm 18 now, but I started modeling 2 years ago at the age of 16. It's a fantastic way to earn money while you're still studying. Magazines and fashion companies are always looking for new faces. Since I started modeling, I've had 13 jobs. Once I got 630 euros for 2 hours' work. That was my highest pay so far. I was modeling for a jeans advertisement. I'm Italian, but I'm with a British model agency called New Faces. When I started there, they took a few pictures of me, and I had to fill in a form with details such as my height and weight. I'm very tall, which is good for a model. I'm 1 meter 89. I weigh 71 kilos. They asked me my chest size, which is 85, and my waist measurement, which is 70. They even asked me my shoe size. I've got quite small feet for my height, only 43. Apparently, they need to know all these details so that companies get the right size clothes for models to wear. I really enjoy modeling and I really like making money while I'm still a student. I definitely don't want to make a career out of it because you can only do it when you're young. My ambition is to go to university and study medicine. Section 93. C. Listen and match the adjectives to the speakers. Write the numbers 1 to 7 in the boxes. 1.
Huda! Huda! Hey, Huda! It's me, Angela. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were a friend of mine.
2.
I've been walking all day. I can't stay awake another minute. I'm going to bed.
3.
I can't believe it. I've won 2 tickets to New York. Isn't that fantastic? And they're paying for a 5-star hotel as well. It's great.
4. Thank you so much. You've been so kind. I don't know what I would have done without your help. 5.
Do you think they're okay? They're 2 hours late. I hope they haven't had an accident. Do you think we should phone the police?
6.
The view from my balcony is so beautiful. I love watching the sunset from here. It's so peaceful.
7.
Do you want to come for a picnic tomorrow? It should be fun. We're going to have a barbecue on the beach, and all my cousins are coming.
Section 94. Listen and read the dialogue.
Hi, Muna.
You're very late, Latifa. 45 minutes, in fact.
Oh dear. I'm really sorry, but I...
Don't tell me. You have a good excuse, Latifa. You always do.
No, honestly, Muna, I couldn't help it. Just as I was leaving the house, water started pouring out of a pipe in the kitchen and I had to call a plumber.
You had to call a plumber?
Yes, there was only Grandmother and me at home.
And did he fix it?
Yes, but he took ages. So you see, it isn't really my fault I'm late.
I guess not, but why didn't you call me?
I left my mobile at my cousin's and it's got your mobile number on it.
You should know my number by heart by now.
You're right. I promise I'll learn it.
About time.
So, am I forgiven?
I suppose so, but you'll have to pay for lunch.
Sure, it's a deal.
Section 95. Listen and read. Then practice the dialogue.
What's the matter?
My father's in hospital.
You must be really worried.
I am. I feel very anxious.
You poor thing. Is there anything I can do to help?
That's a kind offer. Maybe you could give me a lift to the hospital?
Of course.
Section 96. A. Listen and read. What is different in the way these 2 people speak? Hey guys, do you realise that I've finished my exams?
Hello, Mr. Donaldson. I'm pleased to tell you that we've finished the job.
Section 97. B. Listen and tick the speakers who are excited. 1.
This is terrible. I've lost my mobile.
2.
The weather forecast isn't good. It's going to be extremely hot.
3.
The food's all on the kitchen table, but the bread isn't ready yet.
4. Fuad's not coming. His car's broken down again. 5.
I can't believe it. I've got an email from Alice.
6.
I received an interesting email from Mr. Al-Dasadi yesterday.
Section 98. C. Listen and repeat. 1.
This is terrible. I've lost my mobile.
2.
The weather forecast isn't good. It's going to be extremely hot.
3.
The food's all on the kitchen table, but the bread isn't ready yet.
4. Fuad's not coming. His car's broken down again. 5.
I can't believe it. I've got an email from Alice.
6.
I received an interesting email from Mr. Al-Dasadi yesterday.
Section 99. A. Listen and complete the form.
You've come to ask for career guidance, is that right?
Yes, Mrs. Clark. I'm leaving school next year and I'm not sure what I want to do.
I understand. Now let me just find your personal record. Your name is?
Majid El Nasra.
Did you say Majid?
Yes, M-A-J-I-D.
And would you spell your surname, please?
Nasr. Nazre.
Thank you. I've got your card now. I need to run through a few details. What's your date of birth, please?
It's the 11th of November, 1989.
And which class are you in, Majid?
I'm in 11A.
And where are you from?
I'm Tunisian.
Now, first I'd like to know if you've thought about further education. Are you planning on going to university?
Yes, I'd like to. I'd like to get a degree in journalism or media studies. I'm not sure which.
Perhaps I can help you with that. Do you want to work on TV and radio, or are you interested in writing for magazines and newspapers?
I'm definitely interested in writing for magazines and newspapers, but I'd also be interested in doing journalism for radio and TV.
Are you interested in doing other things on TV? For example, being a cameraman or a director?
Not really. I'm not very technical. I wouldn't be good at handling a camera or a microphone.
In that case, a degree in journalism might be best for you.
Fine. That's what I'll apply for then.
So what's your ideal job?
One day, I'd really like to be the editor of a daily newspaper.
Interesting. Have you had any experience of writing or editing?
Yes. Last year, I wrote a lot of articles for the school magazine, and this year, I'm the editor.
How many languages do you speak, Majid?
3. English, Arabic and French.
Excellent. Well, don't forget to write all that on your university application form. Oh, by the way, Majid, I see you've forgotten to put your address and phone number on your record card. Could you tell me them now, please?
Yes, of course. My address is Flat 15, 30 River Road, London, NW4 9DG.
Flat 15, 30 River Road, London, NW4 9DG.
That's right.
And your phone number?
It's 077 131 53268.
Hang on a minute. Did you say 0771 315 3268?
That's correct.
All right, Majid. Good luck with everything and come back if you need any help with your university application form.
Thanks, Mrs. Clark.
Section 100. Listen and check. 1,
Who was algebra invented by?
2,
When were the Hanging Gardens of Babylon probably built?
3,
Who was the 1001 Nights written by?
4,
Which tower in Iraq has a revolving restaurant?
5,
Where were the last Olympic Games held?
6,
What was the mascot for the 15th Asian Games called?
7,
When was the first flight by man attempted?
8,
When was Al Zora Zoo opened?
Section 101. Listen and check your answer.
What do you call someone who talks to guests on a TV chat show?
A presenter.
Thanks.
Section 102. Listen and check your answers.
What are your plans for this summer?
If I had lots of money, I'd buy a motorcycle and drive around Europe.
Could I come with you and sit on the back?
Ah, very funny. I don't have any money, so I won't even be able to go to the cinema unless I get a holiday job pretty soon.
I saw an ad for a job that you might be interested in.
Really? What was it?
They're looking for 80 extras in a film. It's a comedy.
Wow, that would be fun. How much are they paying?
Quite a lot. I'm going to apply. Do you want the number?
Yes, please. I'd better put it straight onto my mobile.
If I were you, I'd call them right away.
Thanks. Wouldn't it be great if we both got parts? Section 103. A. Listen to a radio advertisement and complete the newspaper advertisement.
Arlen Productions is looking for around 80 extras to take part in My Crazy Desert Life, a forthcoming comedy. Filming will be all day on Tuesday the 5th of July and on Thursday the 14th of July from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. That's Tuesday, July the 5th and Thursday, July 14th from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. So don't apply if you're not going to be free on those days. Extras should not be shorter than 1 metre 65 and should be between 16 and 23 years old. So no shorter than 1 metre 65 and no older than 23. Extras will receive 90,000 Iraqi dinars per day. Breakfast, lunch and other refreshments will be provided for all those taking part throughout the day. Anyone interested in being in the film should come to an audition on Wednesday, the 25th of May at 9 a.m. at the International Hotel. The International Hotel, of course, is on Abu Nawas Street. 16 and 17-year-olds must bring a letter giving their parents permission to take part. For further information, please call Yusuf Malouf or Nabil Halabi on 635 770. That's 635 770.
Section 104. A. Listen and complete the messages, changing the tenses of the verbs. 1.
Hello, this is Manal. I went to the shop and bought some oil.
2. Hi, this is Jassim. We're all going to the cinema with Faisal. 3.
Nizrin here. My father wants to speak to Ahmed.
4.
Haida speaking. We'll be at the bus station at 10 o'clock.
5.
This is Amina. I have found the keys of the office.
6. Hello, this is Kamal. I'm waiting in front of the supermarket. 7.
Salwa here. I'm going to be at my aunt's house until 5 o'clock.
8. Bilal speaking. I've got 2 tickets for the football match. 9.
This is Sarah. Everyone must get to school early because of the trip.
10.
Hello, Ibrahim here. I did all the questions in exercise 2.
Section 105. Listen and check.
I had my interview this morning.
What for?
You know, I applied to be a volunteer at the next Olympics.
Oh yes, sorry, I forgot. What did they ask you?
The director asked me if I had any previous experience in sports management, and he also asked me how many foreign languages I spoke. Then his assistant asked me if I enjoyed meeting new people.
Do you think you'll get the job?
I think so. At the end of the interview, the director asked me if he could get a reference from my head teacher.
Section 106. A. You're going to hear someone talking about what's on TV this week. Listen and tick one answer about each program. 1.
Now it's time for What's On, when we will tell you about this week's TV programmes. Tomorrow at 8:30, there's a film made in 2003 and being shown on television for the first time. It's My Broken Heart, a romantic story of a young woman who cannot marry the man she loves. A word of warning, the story has a very sad ending.
2.
On Sunday, you can see the regular show with Steve Mason, Steve's Night Out. But it's at a new time, 10:30 instead of 10 o'clock. There will be lots of interesting talk. Among Steve's guests this week are the tennis star Maria Sharapova and English singer Joss Stone.
3.
On Monday, at the normal time of 6:15, you'll be able to follow the story of life in Camden Square in your favourite soap opera, Londoners. Jerry has left home, but he can't find a job. Sandy gets into trouble with her boss when she's late for work at the supermarket, and Mrs. Harrison ends up in hospital.
4.
Later on Monday at 9 o'clock, you can see House Colours. Martin Phillips tells you how to decorate your kitchen without spending too much money. One of Martin's bright ideas is don't hide your cooking pots in a cupboard. Hang them on the wall and make it look like a professional kitchen.
5.
On Tuesday, we have the World Cup qualifying match between Denmark and Saudi Arabia, That starts at 7:15, and as a result, our usual music programme, Cool Tracks, is cancelled, and all our other programmes will be about 1 hour later than usual. After the match, you can join a discussion on the internet. Just go to our Sports World website and follow the links.
6.
For lovers of wildlife, our education series on Wednesday afternoon looks at the dangerous life of dolphins in the Mediterranean Sea. Lebanese filmmaker Jamil Abu Salem has studied these lovely animals for 4 years. His film shows that fishing boats from Morocco, Italy, France and Turkey are killing thousands of dolphins every year. Not intentionally, but by accident. The nets they use for catching fish also catch dolphins. Abu Salem's film looks at several ways of saving the Mediterranean dolphin.
Section 107. B. Listen and write the correct number in each box. 1.
Be careful. Don't go up on the roof. It isn't very safe.
2. Don't forget to send me your new email address. 3.
I'll write to you every day.
4.
If I were you, I'd check the prices on the internet first.
5.
Why don't we go skating this weekend?
6. Would you like me to give you a lift to the cinema?